Sean Corbin back deep to receive. As Chris Blewett kicks it off into the landing zone. Week 5, final game. The halfway point of the UFL season underway. Phillips going to be upended short of the 25. And the Brahmas will take over there after a 15-yard return. And here is the return of Kellen Mond, who tweeted this week, it's the return to San Antonio. It's his hometown. And you go back, we talked to him pregame, Roddy. He last appeared in this facility 2014, starting quarterback for Reagan High School in the playoffs. And a touchdown victory. Second round over Stevens. He's excited, we're excited. And away go the Brahmas in search of their second win.
Ready, go.
Brand new head coach, Peyton Pardee, offensive play caller. Pressure on Mond, he's going to be dropped all the way back at the 16-yard line. And Bauer greeted him brutally in a loss of 9.
It's really caused by the coverage. Here on the left side, you can see Deshaun Bauer just keeps working and working. But the coverage down the field is what forces Kellen Mond to hold on to the football and gets the sack.
Celtics on one, ready? I'm under.
Roughnecks also at 1-3, their victory at Memphis 2 weeks ago.
I'm here. Move. Ready, go.
A little bit of motion, and McFarland a deep give. Nothing doing. The Roughnecks ready and waiting, and it was Bauer again. So a couple of strong plays. Former LSU standout.
Here we go right here. Here we go. A trips right up, rolls, double seam on one, ready? Inside fade.
Heard him telling Anthony McFarland up top, inside fade.
Ready, go.
This big tight end in the slot opposite on third down. Mond will buy a little bit of time, surveys, pressure, and a dangerous toss nearly picked off the boundary. And how about a 3-and-out force by this Roughnecks defense? The pressure coming from Elder.
It's just, again, a nice job in coverage. The late rush forces Kellen Mond out of the pocket, but down the field, there's nowhere to go with the football. Cam Elder does a nice job of breaking on the ball, trying to get into Alizé Mack as tight end on the sideline.
Roughnecks with a statement on this opening possession. Head coach C.J. Johnson, defensive coordinator Chris Wilson. Wing gets it away. Justin Hall watches it bounce. Outstanding starting field position for the Roughnecks. Punt of 42, nothing on the return. Sixth career start coming up for Jalen McClendon. We heard from him a few moments ago, and well, he's got a cannon for an arm, Roddy. We've seen that going back to last week, and a spark coming off the bench as a third-team quarterback that really wasn't getting any kind of reps.
I was really impressed by his ability to come in that game and be on time from the start. First snap he took.
McClendon on the swing into the flats, and a nice gain on first down. It goes to Justin Hall. Into plus territory already. An 8-yard pickup.
Just playing the numbers game early on. How many guys do you have lined up over the 3 receivers that we have out wide? And 2 defenders close to the line of scrimmage, 1 back deep. You just toss it out to Justin Hall, guy who they love to get the ball in his hands early and often.
London and stops Baylor, NC State, various spring leagues over the years. And a handoff to White. He'll spring it loose to the 35. Quandre White picks up 13.
Watch this block by the left guard, Avery Ginnessy. Does a really nice job of washing the defensive tackle down and giving Quandre White someplace to cut back on. It's a really nice job by the offensive lineman to make it a big hole.
McClendon, he was stripped of the football. He picks it up, a heads-up play for the Roughnecks quarterback in his first start. The fumble was forced by Kobe Jones. That's going to be a loss of 5.
Kobe Jones is coming off the right side. He can't quite get to the quarterback, but as he's going by, he swipes at the football. That's something that Jalen McClendon, you don't deal with that a lot in practice. Guys aren't swiping at the hands of the quarterback, so that ball security in the pocket, something he's going to have to pay special attention to now that we're getting live reps. Wasn't an issue for him a week ago when he came in.
Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 14. They'll test the middle of that line with a penalty marker down, and White's going to pick up a couple.
Offside. 5-2. They line up in the neutral zone. Replay 2nd down.
Jordan Williams.
Defensive player injury.
Injured player.
Timeout for an
the
injury to a
Brahmas.
defensive player.
Williams, remember, 2 weeks ago had the pick 6 up at Michigan.
Media.
An injury timeout as we step aside in San Antonio. Roughnecks on the move.
Three ice cold Jägermeister shots.
Sunday at 4 o'clock on Fox. San Antonio, the Brahmas head to Birmingham to wrap up the weekend. Roddy Cole and Morgan, I am Roy Philpott, and the Roughnecks a 2nd down and long. First start of the season for Jalen McClendon. He's at Baylor and NC State. Shotgun look as he fires another strike. And Justin Hall tiptoed down the sidelines in a nice game. McClendon, we talked about the arm strength. It looks pretty good again.
Yeah, that's the thing that stands out as soon as you see him throw the ball. And again, his ability to be on time, despite not getting a ton of reps. He was the 3rd quarterback 2 weeks ago. The backup last week coming into the game. You don't get a ton of reps when you're in those positions, but his ability to deliver the ball on time has been impressive.
A lot of empty here early too, Rodney. Wonder if that's causing problems.
Give to White. Short game back to the line, maybe a half yard. Devontae Beckett with a tackle.
Huddle, huddle, huddle. All right, here you go, here you go, here you go. Hey, look, hey, wide the gun, double right. San Antonio late. All right, January, ready. 1 to it.
Offensive coordinator Eric Price told us this week he wants to push the ball down the field more in this game, and he blamed himself for not doing it in previous weeks. He's thinking about it here, and instead a off-platform delivery to the 20. It goes to Peterson, and Phillips shoves him down and out of bounds.
It's not often you see a quarterback throw a quick out into a rolled corner, but Jalen McClendon took a step, saw that corner there, hesitated for a second, and then decided, I can put the ball in there, and then slings it to set up 3rd medium.
Green, ready.
Feisty crowd.
All right, solid wood.
3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go.
First big play of the quarter. Here's McClendon. He's got the pocket, fires the pass. It's batted down. Now the blanket coverage on Peterson by Jordan Mosley.
It's an excellent job in man coverage. Safety on the tight end. Jordan Mosley anticipates where Josh Peterson's going to go, breaks under the football, and ends up knocking it down to force a field goal attempt.
Chris Blewett, the veteran place kicker, 29 years old, starred at Pittsburgh for our good friend Pat Narduzzi.
12.
Comes in.
12 players in formation. That's going to result in a 1st down. Go Tro, we're going to need a game ball.
Wow.
12 players on the field.
Give me a game ball.
5-yard penalty. Results.
Costly mistake by the Brahmas.
I mean, costly is probably an understatement. Could be catastrophic. It's in a touchdown. You had a field goal attempt and a pure administration mistake, sending 12 guys on the field. And it's on everybody. Peyton Pardee was the special teams coordinator. Still handles a lot of those duties. But obviously, as a head coach, you're not there counting helmets when guys are on the field.
We're good. They miscounted.
A miscount on the extra man on the field. That's a first in UFL history.
I'm just glad they came together. And
please reset the play clock to 10 seconds.
We got the socks off and could use our toes. We figured it out.
Got those puppies organized, as they like to say, in a building like this a few weeks ago.
Special teams coordinator Peyton Pardee doing a great job again.
38-yard attempt. Here's Blewett, and Blewett, plenty of leg strength, bangs it through the uprights. Right down the middle, 3-0. Roughnecks out in front. And McClendon, guys, I thought he looked pretty smooth on that first drive and his first time as a starter.
Yeah, I thought he did too. We didn't see the shot down the field. We did see some pressure. He did have the ball security mistake, and that's what they're going to talk to him about going back to the sideline.
If we got Ohio.
We also understood after talking with Eric Price, the offensive play caller, McClendon pretty vocal on the sidelines for a first-time starter, and there's Coach Price.
Yeah, I'll say this quickly, guys. It was an excellent job by Tavante Beckett, Darius Phillips, and a couple of other special teamers for San Antonio that were in on that kick return that did not allow an exchange. So they kept the same number on the field, didn't allow anybody else to come on, wanted to make sure the officials could see the number that was counted.
Got you.
It's good veteran leadership, knowing what to do in situations when things aren't going your or may seem like they're not going to go your way.
There's McFarland. Anthony McFarland, one of the top ground gainers in the UFL. Special teams stand out as well. Barrels his way to the 40. Brahmas are going to take over there, and Peyton Pardee, he took over. Really, it was just 2 weeks ago. Wade Phillips was feeling ill, and so that meant that Pardee was going to be thrust into the spotlight. The East Texas A&M wide receivers coach and tight ends coach, 2019 to 2021. The receivers coach in the UFL for Houston 2 years ago, the Brahmas last year, and then April 16th. That's 2 weeks ago. Just yesterday, it feels like he was named interim head coach here in San Antonio. Deshaun Corbin, the running back, and a touch back to the line. That's it. The Roughnecks ready and waiting.
Let's go here. Go trips. Silver, 92 indica. Trips right, silver, 92 indica. John Trey, please take your correct split. 92 indica. Please get
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, trips right, silver, 92 indica. On one, ready?
There's a plea to the running back there to make sure he lines up correctly, Cole.
Well, John Trey Kirkland out here, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, you saw him look over to Peyton right there and say, I got you, I got you. That's the advantage of having multiple headsets and multiple helmets here in the UFL.
Kellen Mond under duress, fires it underneath, and Kirkland broke a tackle, couldn't do it twice. Good gain on second down.
That's why they wanted that split. Kellen Mond took a big hit from Marvin Moody. Got a player down on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like it's Armani Marsh.
In pain on 3rd down and 8. That'll stop this game for a moment. 3-0 lead for the Roughnecks, and Marsh, who played his college ball at Wazoo, and Pullman on the Palouse.
And that's notable because this Houston team's already down Damon Arnett, one of their starting corners, not in for this game, banged up. Now Armani Marsh down on the ground. So this Houston team be getting a little thin at the cornerback position. It's a Houston team that likes to play a lot of man-to-man coverage.
Also, Markel Roby, safety. Colby Richardson, another corner that didn't go today, Roddy.
Yeah.
And we welcome those now tuning in on ESPN here in San Antonio, Texas. Inside the Alamo Dome, Armani Marsh being helped off the field. The Houston Roughnecks, who jumped out to an early 3-0 advantage. 3rd down coming up for Kellen Mond in his return to his hometown here in San Antonio at Reagan High School. Roddy Jones, Roy Philpott, Cole Kublik, Morgan Uber. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Brahmas, coming off their first win of this season. Roughnecks went straight down the field on their opening possession after forcing a 3-and-out. Jalen McClendon, his first start this spring.
Tray right, flip red, check slow, 7, wide shallow, on 1, ready?
Halfway through our first quarter.
Ready, go!
Here's Mon on third down. Pressure, and he's dropped again. The second sack for the Roughnecks defense. Christopher Allen, like a bolt of lightning and a loss of 7.
That's our ball! Oh, come on! Come on! He's working on, there's Christopher Allen. He's working on the right guard for San Antonio. Just does a nice job of swiping the hands down, getting up the field against Greg Island, coming up with the sacks. Really nothing Kellen Mond can do. There's nowhere to escape from that pressure. Nice job by Christopher Allen up the middle.
Now San Antonio short a player on punt team.
Well, second straight 3 and out that this Roughnecks defense has forced for the Brahmas. That was Alabama on Texas A&M crime there. Allen, the former Crimson Tide standout in Baton Rouge, Louisiana native.
This is a little thing, but as Cole said, San Antonio didn't have enough players on the field. They run a player on. So many coaches, especially young coaches, will take a timeout in that situation. It's better just to take the delay of game. The timeout is so much more valuable than those 5 yards. So it's a little thing, not going to show up in the box score, but good maturity by Peyton Pardee.
You're going to get a false start on the long snapper here.
False start. Offense, number 46. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Cameron Lyons, long snapper.
And Roy, it's one that I never long snap, but long snapper center, the play starts with you. I've never understood how you can have a hit, unless you're trying to draw somebody, there really should be no hesitation, no jerk.
Be careful trying to draw somebody too. They are looking for that, and the wobbly punt spirals out of bounds from wing. Great starting field position again for the Roughnecks. Will take over after punt. Just 37 yards here in San Antonio.
Well, the public really likes the Brahmas, as well as Kellen Mond, to go over his passing yards prop of 161.5, despite him not doing that so far this season. But the real trend to follow is going to be that total. It's sitting at 39.5 when it closed, and 8 of the last 10 UFL games have seen the over cash, and 91% of the money is on the over for today. But guys, I'm going against the trend in this one. I think we might see an under. As unfun of that as unfun of me that is, I will say, I do think that we'll see an under in this one today.
Aaron, thank you very much. Brahmas, by the way, negative 15 total offensive yards right now.
You guys just completely deflating the balloon. I mean, Aaron's taking the under, you're throwing out negative total yardage. Let's look at the positives.
Just speak the truth on this broadcast, Roddy. Roughnecks get it back. Jalen McClendon, he wants to push it downfield. Can he? No, underneath. And Kiki Chisholm crossing the 45. A good gain. McClendon's going to take. The defense is going to give him. How about 7 yards?
Pretty good pocket, too, from this offensive line. They did a nice job of giving him some room to step up, allow Kiki Chisholm to work away from a defender. The short passing game, since Jalen McClendon has taken over, has really been the forte. We haven't seen them take a shot down the field, but it looked like that was one that was designed to go a little deeper if he had wanted it.
White, the running back, second and short, spins off one tackler, and White bursting ahead into plus territory. Zaquandre White, former South Carolina standout, a 7-yard pickup, missed tackle by Pat.
Yeah, he's going to come right up the middle, and Zaquandre White just does a really nice job of spinning off of the defender, making a guy miss in the backfield and turning chicken you-know-what into chicken salad. It gave him chicken other stuff, and then it was good stuff by the time he got done with it.
Chicken salad's great stuff.
Love chicken salad.
First down. White played a little running back, a little linebacker at South Carolina. A little pass pro this time, and that got the job done. McClendon down the field. There's the shot. And the pass ruled incomplete. It's out of bounds. Lawrence Keys the third.
Tavante Beckett is going to come scot-free up the middle and watch Zaquandre White, who just decides, all right, I've got no choice. Abandon the fake and try and cut him. And Tavante Beckett ends up going head over heels Some nice awareness by the running back, having your eyes in the right place, and you almost got a completion down the field. But it looks like that back foot of Lawrence Keys is already out of bounds by the time he makes the catch.
I felt the pride of Cole Kublik in that pass pro situation.
Oh, Cole wasn't a running back. He's never stared down a 230-pound linebacker coming down the pipe at you.
Excuse me?
I mean, you have,
They
but
are
you're a bigger
allowed to
guy.
blitz from depth, you know.
That's true.
I got it.
I ain't trying to do it.
What are we doing? Let's talk to him. You staying with it?
Yeah, it's the naked left still. One corner. Naked left, one corner.
Yep, we're staying with it. Go.
That was an interesting conversation because the head coach of the Roughnecks, C.J. Johnson, wanted to confirm he's going to stay with the play, and he almost asked McClendon that's what he wanted to do.
You got to make sure your quarterback's comfortable with it, and it did. It did sound like Jalen McClendon.
It's going to be the same thing. All right, hey, flood left narrative. Z-Boo, fake 38. Next
You remember
left,
Cole's a little
ready.
cranky today, so we got to make sure that we're tossing him softballs and we get him involved after sitting on an airplane for 15 hours yesterday to get here.
This may be your shot, Roy. We're going to get a naked boot to the left and the tight end on the corner.
Keys went in motion. There it is. The dump off, beautifully executed with a jump pass. Peterson rumbling inside the 30. And a big pass play, give him 19.
So you're going to get a corner from the tight end, Jacorius Spivey, and then a little, after blocking down, Josh Peterson's going to leak out, but watch that corner route. He's got Spivey on it right now. Just throw it up to him out there wide. I mean, all this room down there near the numbers. It ends up being a nice chunk game, but Spivey was open if Jalen McClendon had cut it loose down the field.
Fake it to White, quick strike, the delivery, and the pass is caught. Tumbling out is Peterson again. Gain of 4. And McClendon looking crispy right out of the gate in his first start.
You're buying Jalen McClendon.
I asked you that question during the break, and you said you're kind of waiting and seeing on this thing.
I think it's fair to early in a game, but he is really coming into his own.
Hey guys, I bought him from the beginning. Just remember that with my bet. I took him over on his passing yards.
Morgan Uber from the rafters for 3.
Dunked all over you in the home of the Final Four.
That was an all-net delivery, and the pass incomplete. It'll be 3rd down, looking for Kiki Chisholm.
No, we can lock it. Yeah. Hey, Rover.
Jordan Mosley, the former Maryland standout, already with a PBU today.
Let's keep in mind, guys, you got Zach Banner going from right tackle to left tackle, and Samuel Jackson bumping out from guard to the right tackle spot here.
Alamo Dome is loud on 3rd down. Big play for the Roughnecks. Underneath, didn't need much. How about a first? Marcus Sims, first grab of the game, and a gain of 7 on 3rd and 6.
Just a really nice route against inside leverage. Sims up the field, pushes in, returns back to the outside.
Here you go. Hey,
nice route, good delivery.
Tuesday. Trade left open. Chicago River. All right, Tuesday. Ready?
Morgan, is it loud down there? That 3rd down sounded loud from up here.
Absolutely. A lot of noise down here. Communication feels like it could be a little bit of an issue.
Or Cole.
Yeah, guys, I totally agree. It is pretty loud.
Swing pass, Justin Hall. And the horizontal passing game on full display. Jordan Mosley a tackle. Hall's going to be close to another first down for the Roughnecks.
Houston got away with one there. They missed a false start against Justin Hall. His both legs, front leg and back leg, buckled before that snap. Fishers didn't call it, and they ended up getting a nice gain. This Houston offense has really felt in rhythm. San Antonio has not been able to get them out of it.
15 bucks. Hey, I'm unlocking. Here you go.
Clendon seeing the bulk of the action last week in the loss against Birmingham, but played well in the process. White, a jump cut, stutter step, and a first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Under a minute to go
There you go. Hey,
in
let's
the
go Tita
first.
here. Tita.
Brahmas were 2.5-point favorite coming into this game. The Roughnecks with a chance to go up 2 scores.
Here we go.
Quantre White, linebacker, running back, pass pro specialist. The snap came in low. Linden just falls on top of it. Lonnie Phelps is right there in the backfield at the same time.
And you can hear Jalen McClendon in the huddle said, let's go cheetah here. That's a quick snap. It's either on first sound.
Hey, Zeta gun, Trey Wright.
Doesn't go through the whole
bucks.
cadence,
Monday,
but
ready.
McClendon looked like he got out of the center, out from behind the center a little early, causing that fumbled snap.
First quarter in the books, and a surprise in San Antonio. The Roughnecks coming in and on the move again already with a 3-point lead. It'll be 2nd and goal to begin our second quarter after this. ESPN. Inside the Alamo Dome, the start of our second quarter, and a game that has been dominated by the underdog Roughnecks and head coach C.J. Johnson up to this point, Roddy.
Dominated. The San Antonio Brahmas haven't really had the ball all that much. A negative 15 yards, you see, but when Houston's been on offense, San Antonio's had a really tough job, had a really tough time keeping them off schedule, forcing them into 3rd and longs, and when they have gotten a 3rd down, Jalen McClendon, for the most part, has had the answer.
2nd and goal to start our second quarter. Roddy and Roy, Cole and Morgan. And it's going to be White with a nifty cut and a pass to the end zone. Second touchdown of the season. This one from 6 yards out. C.J. Johnson wants to go for one, and it's 9-0 Roughnecks.
I mean, Kobe Jones comes off the edge, and Quantre White just puts him in the matrix. Lets him know that he's the one. And then how about the block by Jalen McClendon?
Yes, sir.
Getting his body in the way, getting low, absorb the hit. Love it when a quarterback goes to block, Cole.
This conversion attempt is brought to you by Ortho Home Defense. There was a glitch in the matrix on that touchdown march. And the 1-point opportunity can go for 1, 2, or 3. This one from the 2, and McClendon, the sidearm strike, and it's incomplete. Blanket coverage on Emmanuel Butler, and the Brahmas at least forced to stand there in a little extracurricular activity. 9-0 Houston.
Let's another look at the touchdown. This is why coaches say players, not plays, because Kobe Jones has a chance to stop Quantre White behind the line of scrimmage. And the running back just makes a guy miss, makes the play right. Then the quarterback gets involved. Throws a little screen. Quantre White ends up in the end zone. This team's been pretty impressive.
Let's go down to Morgan Hoover as the touchdown scored, Mr. White.
Say, Quantre, how about that last touchdown? Your quarterback, Jalen McClendon, out there blocking for you. What'd you see?
I just seen the whole. I'm just doing my job. Feel me? Just doing my job.
I know you have some great touchdown celebrations.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go. I'm gonna kick.
Oh, it's gotta go, guys.
Get out there on the special teams.
Okay, he's coming back. Some confusion here. They don't want to have too many men on the field. Okay, we've got him back. Well, Quantre, that you put your hands over your ears for that touchdown celebration. What's the noise in here doing for you guys?
Nah, the celebration like I just threw a grenade, and we covered our ears. Silence the crowd a little bit. Get them quiet a little bit. Hush their mouth a little bit. You feel me?
I feel you. Quantre, thanks so much.
You already know it.
Morgan, thank you. Straight from the bench. John Trey Corkland brings it back, and we check in again with Aaron Dolan, our sports betting analyst. Aaron, what do we like now?
Well, White to score a touchdown at any point was plus 250, but for him to score the first touchdown, that was at 10-1. So if you bet $10 on him at that price of 10-1, you would have won $100. He's been great so far and already hit over his rushing yards prop as well.
Indeed, he has. Was great in that interview, and he thought he was on the kickoff team. Then he wasn't. Then he came back, and then Well, we've got a unique celebration after the touchdown, Ronnie.
I just love all of the behind the scenes of the celebration, behind the scenes of the chaos on a sideline when you're on kickoff team, but after you score a touchdown, they get somebody for you. Am I on, am I off? You just got to see what it's like being a football player, tired, coming off from scoring a touchdown, trying to figure out everything that's going on.
Meanwhile, a personal foul penalty called on the Brahmas during that exchange. And a bad start was just made a little bit worse without a first down and negative 15 total offensive yards. Kirkland picks up the infraction, and Peyton Pardee didn't like any of that.
Can I speak to him?
Here we go. Hey, we're on the Frisco. A strong left Pittsburgh on the Frisco. Ready? No. Oh, yeah, you got a jab. Ready, ready, go!
On the handoff, and McFarland through the line of scrimmage to the 25. And the tackle by Marvin Moody Jr. after a gain of 6.
Red F, shoot, Y stick. Trips right, firm. Red F, shoot, Y stick. And then we're going right back to counter next play.
Here we go. A trips right, firm, red F, shoot, Y stick. On one, ready?
You cool with the pick?
Here we go.
Brahmas without a first down. They'll try to change that here. It'll be Mon, the tight end, and they will. Stylianos picks up the first down. The Brahmas begin their drive now.
Ace right, Pittsburgh yo-yo.
So you can hear on the play call before from Peyton Pardee when he called that Y stick, he said we're going right back to counter after this. Same run scheme as the first play of the drive. Expect a counter play. Question is, which side are they going to run it to?
Nicole, we've seen some unique looks blocking up front when San Antonio runs the counter. Case in point, McFarland. And their second first down comes on the longest play from scrimmage at 25.
This is one of the unique looks. You're going to get the guard pulling backside and then a fake pull by the tight end, and he comes up and blocks, making it a counter to the H side, a GH counter to that H side, and they execute it really well. Nicely blocked, and Anthony McFarland with a big game.
Just stealing the eyes of that defense in multiple ways. That tight end could have been coming flat across on the split zone look. Could have been a backside puller where you're going to go counter the opposite direction. Very difficult to read some of the run schemes that Peyton Pardee and his staff putting in.
Kidding. And they've done this in a bunch of different ways, Cole, and they'll do it same side as the back, opposite side as the back, trying to break tendencies. Is Peyton Pardee. It's an excellent point by you.
It's great to watch you guys and listen to you guys talk to Peyton Pardee pregame on the field about the different schemes being utilized. Blocking in the counter. Learned a little bit there. Here's Harris's first catch. The massive target shoved out of bounds near the red zone with a penalty marker down to the 43.
Defense number 4. Holding defense number 4's penalty is declined.
A run play, correct? It was a pass play?
The pass play.
So what was number 4? We're just going to decline. Holding defense number 4. Penalty is declined. It's first down.
That was on Bauer. He's trying to plead his case on the Houston sideline.
It's going to happen right here on the left side of your screen on the tight end. Collision's the tight end, and then it kind of as they're both falling, Deshaun Bauer just grabs him, pulls him down. Didn't matter in the play. It's Jacob Harris and the big game. You love the rhythm that the San Antonio offense is getting into.
Aiden Robbins now checks in at running back. It does feel like the offense in the UFL league-wide has caught up somewhat the midway point of this regular season. Here's Robbins, full head of steam, pinballs his way inside the 5.
This is traditional counter. Get the running back in the H on the same side, guard pulling, H back pulling. Steven Stylianos, number 85, was that second puller, had a great block, and Aiden Robbins, the big power back, gets him inside the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Roughnecks showing a super challenge in the works.
Why'd you tell me nothing?
Time. No. Yeah, I want a timeout.
All right.
Yeah.
Play. Timeout. Houston.
Hey, Chris.
Their second. 30 seconds.
Timeout on the field. C.J. Johnson wants to talk things over with his defense. 9-0 lead for the Roughnecks.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuff.
I mean, that's one way to do it for Coach Johnson. The play stopped. The red challenge flag, the super challenge was out. Chris Wilson was working on the headset. And the Brahmas have it now 1st and goal after a gain of 15 by Aiden Robbins. And a diamond formation. San Antonio 75 yards on this drive. They had -15 before this possession began. Undoubtedly a very slow start. Mond, short, and he had his guy. In the flats, it was Mack.
Kellen Mond just didn't have enough time. The left tackle was deposited right in his lap. He's trying to throw over Willie Tyler, but he had Alize Mack on that drag route.
Mond, the standout at Texas A&M. Still wants a shot in the NFL. A little bit of movement up front. Here comes the marker.
False start. Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
And that was on Max. So he's open for a touchdown a moment ago and then jumped the gun that time, the ensuing play. Well, the Brahmas already with 5 penalties.
Okay, go just trips right up, firm, Rosemary. Trips right up, firm, Rosemary.
Here we go. Hey, trips right up, firm, Rosemary. On one, ready? Inside page. Here we go. Down, 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 down. No, no.
Play clock down to 1. 2nd and goal. I don't think they got the snap off in time.
I heard a timeout from San Antonio. He wants it. Timeout San Antonio. Prior to the expiration of the play clock. Timeout. San Antonio.
Brahmas get the timeout called.
30 seconds.
More from Peyton Pardee, grandson of the great Jack Pardee.
I know.
Yeah, it was 25.
That's fucking bullshit. Okay. So, you good with Marine?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, so you got a big box, okay? Stilly. No, you got a big box. Run the Marine. Then move him all the way outside. You got a hitch. You good? Okay, we all go with that? So it's going to be trips right up, firm, Rosemary. Trips right up, firm, Rosemary. Yeah. You don't like it?
You can hear. You hear all the conversation. It looks like they're trying to design something up for Matthew Sexton. It's going to be the 3rd man from the top up here, but they shuffled around the positions.
Mond under duress underneath, and Sexton is incomplete at the 5. And the pressure coming hot and heavy with Marvin Moody Jr.
Well, it's an empty formation, which means there's no running back to pick up the linebacker blitzing. And it ends up right on the side of Kellen Mond. It's a good design blitz. Blitzing from the 2nd level. Marvin Moody gets in the face, and there's no time to get that route to Matthew Sexton, or get to the Matthew Sexton route, who was running a little whip route in and then out. Now it sets up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, 5 down on that one too. Dropped one and then pressured one, so a tough pickup there for that San Antonio offensive line.
And it was 1st and goal from the 5, now 3rd and goal from the 12. More laundry.
Offense. Let's go. We got to get in and out of this faster. Okay, we got to get in and out of this faster. I know. H mode to trio right. Red F swing, 92 wheel. H mode to trio right. Red F swing, 92 wheel.
Here we go. A H mode to red. Chill. A F. H mode to trips right. Red F swing, 92 wheel. On one, ready? Red F.
7 penalties on the Brahmas. Honeymoon's going to be over quick before the wedding unless San Antonio starts playing a little crispier here, and it's not going to happen. Intercepted. The route was read beautifully. And it was Elder with the pick.
What we got? 11.
20-yard return. The former Miami standout, the 30-year-old Nashville, Tennessee native.
He just reads the eyes of Kellen Mond, who takes him right to that bang 8 route, that skinny post. It's the right coverage to throw it against, but Kellen Mond just stares it down, moves Cornelder right into the throwing lane in a big play again for Houston. San Antonio had points on the board, had the opportunity to kick a short field goal, but the interception keeps it blank.
Second interception of the season for Cornelder.
Yes.
Read that play beautifully.
180. What's that?
Here's McClendon back on the field. The handoff goes to Lingard, his first carry. And we touch base with Morgan Uber, who has Cornelder.
Corn, a big interception in the red zone. What'd you read from their offense?
They went in motion, read the quarterback eyes. That's all. Just read the quarterback's eyes.
That's simple.
That's simple.
What mentality is this defense playing with right now? You see the pressure coming from all over the field.
They don't score, they don't win. They can't score, they don't win. That's it.
Thanks, Horn.
Yeah, shout out to my baby boy, Easton.
Easton, hope you're watching and enjoying this one. Dad just made a big play, his second pick of the season.
Is that what you got? 74. False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty.
Genesee.
Second down.
Got a little sloppy last couple of offensive snaps for both sides.
Hey, play right nasty. Give me time here, all right? Play right nasty. Pass 35, Willie man, XD, Z-post. Monday, ready.
Give me time from Jalen McClendon. Feels like it's going to be a shot here.
Roughnecks already leading 9-0. Here's the play action. And McClendon, how about the arm strength? We've been talking about it all game. TJ Vasher in front of Derek Langford. And it's a gain of 14 and a chain mover.
It's a good read by Jalen McClendon. They had a big post over the top that they thought about going to. The ability to step up into a really wide space, kind of just outside the pocket and deliver to Vasher. He's been really impressive, and it makes you wonder, what he looked like in practice, because in the games he's looked awesome.
I mean, this has been everywhere, though, not just with the Roughnecks. He's been almost an afterthought, not necessarily in college, but in various spring stops, and now getting a chance to showcase his abilities. We're not in Waco or Raleigh, North Carolina anymore. Got a chance to really showcase that arm talent and decision-making.
Yeah, guys, a number of receivers before the game told me there's been no drop-off between who's starting at quarterback, the athleticism that he brings, and also the composure, despite this being just his 6th start. I mean, Jalen McClendon has all of the intangibles.
First it was Nolan Henderson, Anthony Brown. Henderson was injured. Brown underperformed for a minute. And Justin Hall spun around.
And part of the beautiful ball we're seeing is a little bit of a change up in the way he throws, Morgan. What did he tell you about what he's been working on in terms of his delivery?
Right, you think about he's so tall and narrow, most quarterbacks his size would have a tendency to drift toward losing velocity, but his quarterback coach, Tony Rassiopi, actually told me they worked on him becoming more of a rotational thrower to create more of a stable base, and that's where we see that big arm, that velocity come through.
Here we go. 180.
A lot of torque on the toss. Play action, McClendon wants to heave one deep, and he does. Man-to-man coverage at the 5, and it was hauled in by Keys. He was running out of real estate. Keys, it'll be 1st and goal for the Roughnecks.
It ends up being a double move that the defensive back, Derek Langford, doesn't actually bite that hard on, but the throw is just perfect down the field, right on the sideline to Lawrence Keys, who makes a great catch. And that rotational throwing of Jalen McClendon on full display, although it's going to be looked at.
The ruling on the field of a completed pass is under further.
What would be a gain of 46? We check in with the
Feet
Verizon
up.
Command Center and our VP of officiating,
Right
Dean
foot
Blandino.
down, and I'm looking at that. That left toe is out of bounds. Do we have another shot? Correct. We're looking at it. I'm going to go to Skycam here. I'm looking at the back foot's up, and then it comes back down out of bounds. I've got the left toe out of bounds. So we have, yeah, I'm with you now. We have an incomplete pass. We're going to go back to the previous spot. He only got 1 foot down in bounds. So we're going to go to the Houston 48-yard line. It's going to be the right hash, and it's 1st and 10 there. 2nd and 10.
Would have been the longest catch of the season for Keys. The 1 foot in, and the pass ruled incomplete.
Yeah, it's really cool to hear the process that Dean Blandino goes through. Obviously, that coming from upstairs.
After further review, the pass was incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Take a look at all reviewable parts of the play after each play, all over. It doesn't take away from the fact that it was a heck of a catch by Lawrence Keys, being able to track the ball, and a beautiful throw by Jalen McClendon.
So instead of 1st and goal at the 5, 2nd and 10 from the 48. And the handoff to Merritt, who's healthy. Dean, my question is, why did you decide to review that last sequence?
Well, obviously it was a big play, a big gain for Houston, and we were looking to see if he got both feet down. Great effort. We had control with 1 foot down, and that 2nd foot just hit out of bounds, and so we made it incomplete. And that's the command center's responsibility. All reviewable aspects, catch, no catch, goal line, line to gain. That's on us. And coach can just throw the challenge flag when he wants a timeout, you know, just to do that. We'll look at the other stuff.
Yes, indeed. On 3rd down, McClendon's going to buy some time, a little bit more. Diving ahead forwards. And he's going to be marked just short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th and less than a yard, according to the initial indication.
I felt like he was, on by the naked eye, that it was a little closer. I thought he got it. But a nice job of scrambling by Jalen McClendon, getting up the field. No, it's a good spot.
And a look at our true line. He was short by 36 inches.
That's 1 yard, Roy. Exactly.
Lingard, the running back.
Timeout.
Roughnecks want to go for it, and the play clock winding down. C.J. Johnson.
Timeout. Houston, their 3rd and
final timeout.
30 seconds.
Houston's last time out. They're also not able to super challenge now.
Hey. Don't do it. You do it. Yeah, I know. Man, they ain't checking that spot. Let's go. Let's go.
Punch. Same way you did that other 2 runs. Punch that. Punch that.
Go. Tell him, EP. EP, tell him. 11.
Play call coming in from Eric Price. Johnson back to the sidelines. 4th and 1. After the timeout, the Roughnecks out of timeouts the rest of this half. From the Brahmas 43. Lingard, the running back, a deep handoff, didn't need much, and let's see. Only needed 36 inches.
I'll tell you what, from the secondary, Henry Black came down like an absolute man on a mission. So it looked like Lorenzo Lingard was going to get there pretty easily. But the velocity that Henry Black hit him with was enough to basically halt any forward momentum, force this measurement.
4:35 to go in our first half. And a big moment for both sides in a game that has been dominated by Houston.
First down. First down. Let's go. Hey,
look at True Line. By the nose of the ball, it is a first down.
Wow.
The literal nose.
And to think, in some places we still bring out the chains and use an index card to see if that, if we've passed the last link of the chain.
That was a link of the chain.
That was less than a link of the chain.
I would agree. First down, Roughnecks. With the technology, the access on display in this first half has been sensational.
UFL is living in 2050.
Here we go. 180. What's that?
And beyond. Barrett, the running back. Lawrence Keys gets it. On the quick toss backwards. Keys is going to race for a first down. And a 12-yard gain ahead to the 30.
Watch the puller coming around. You got Josh Peterson, the tight end, getting out in front. Throwing blocks, looking for a block to throw. Nicely designed play. Good time on the call, too.
The play call, the pitch could have gone to one of two players, both moving in different directions. And confusion results in a gain of 12. Jordan Williams back on the field. He brings down McClendon after a 2-yard gain. Williams required a little help earlier in the first quarter.
Good to see him back out there. He's a big part of that defense in the middle.
All right, 14 bucket left. January, ready?
Houston doing a nice job of holding on the football. They've dominated time of possession, and they keep the ball. They can run out the majority of the rest of the half.
11th play of the drive here with a play clock under 5. Here's Lingard. 25, and that's it. It'll be third down from there after a 3-yard gain. Now the Roughnecks playing keep away with Eric Price.
Hit Barrett got a slant, might be a touchdown.
We don't get nothing. We kicking this. Where's Gary?
Yeah.
Yes. Where's Gary?
2:37.
3rd and 5.
Right in.
Empty backfield for Jalen McClendon. And McClendon taking off, eludes one defender and slides in past the line to gain into the red zone, a 6-yard pickup. Rashard Lawrence had him for a moment, Roddy, until he didn't.
You're exactly right. Coach, I had him. And then the strength of Jalen McClendon. 6'4", 220 pounds, to break the arm tackle and was lobbing for a little bit extra there at the end.
2-minute warning on a drive that now has spanned nearly 8 minutes in our second quarter. Roughnecks have it first and 10 coming up next. Followed by Game 5, the Avalanche and the Stars at 9:30. Both games on ESPN. Also on the app back in San Antonio, Roddy Jones, Roy Philpott, Cole Kublik, Morgan Uber. Morgan, Harry had some great hockey picks for us last week. Who do you like?
You know, guys, to be honest, I don't know. I'll let Harry take that one, but I will say I think between the bets, I've got the better. I'm trying to help him out here and increase his numbers on the football side of things, so I'll let him be the hockey expert. How about that?
Morgan on the spot. Well played as Lingard goes straight ahead. He'll pick up 2.
I stay in my lane.
Well handled.
Safety Jalen Elliott has been very animated down here. Jalen, what are you seeing out there? What do we need to get to stop here?
We just got to play together, man. Listen to the call, play together, wrap up, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Give me an idea what you're seeing when this huddle breaks from the offense, if you don't mind.
Right now, let's see, hey, we got 11 purse, a little bit condensed, bro. And 11 right there at 3, we thinking he hot right now. Some type of RPO.
Good stuff there after 8 straight runs. A pass into the flats. It'll be first down and goal, and that pass complete to Hall. Both feet were inbounds in a gain of 12.
Jalen Elliott identified the right man. It ended up being a little wheel route to Justin Hall. He was all over it, though, on the formation, and they made it look like it was going to be some sort of RPO towards the sideline. That just turns up a really nice back shoulder throw, and a really nice job of Cole getting a little insight before the play.
And right now, guys, the Roughnecks content to allow this clock to continue to wind down. Brahmas with 2 timeouts. You would think they want to utilize one here. 2nd and goal coming up. Try to get the football back at the end of the half. A loss of 1. And the TFL by Jacob Zeiss.
And they didn't take one. I'm not sure why. If you're San Antonio, you wouldn't take one. Now, I mean, Houston's going to be able to run out the rest of the half. You're not even going to see the ball.
Game clock under 20 seconds. Play clock down to 5. Lingard, the running back. Play action, a one-man route to that side, and incomplete. It was nearly intercepted and then almost caught by Vasher. Langford had a chance at it, and he came up empty. It'll be 3rd and goal.
And it was a massive gamble by Derek Langford, who it looked like he had a chance at it, but I don't think he had any shot. Just gets over the hands, and that's a helpless feeling as a DB. I think Vasher may have expected Langford to get something on there. The falling incomplete. And if San Antonio had taken a timeout before that last play call, you could have 40-something seconds, 30 seconds still left on the clock for this play.
17th play of this drive. There's a penalty marker and a touchdown to Kirk Merritt.
What you got, John?
Formation, number 86 was covered up by a receiver.
All right, so you had number 86 covered up by a receiver, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down. Okay, so 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yes.
Legal formation, offense, number 86 was covered by another eligible player. 5-yard penalty is 3rd down.
These all the plays are touchdowns.
They explained it well. There's number 86, Josh Peterson, and he's covered up by number 18, Emmanuel Butler. That's one of those that's not a violation. It's not a flag in college. Once you get to the professional level, if you are an eligible receiver, you have to be uncovered and in a receiving position. And now, Houston's going to be forced to kick the field goal on 3rd down. With only 5 seconds left.
That play chews up 4 precious seconds off the clock.
He said 86.
Touchdown is negated, and now a 29-yard field goal attempt from Chris Blewett.
He's going to call a timeout here.
San Antonio.
There's a timeout call.
30
we
seconds.
step aside in San Antonio. 9-0 Roughnecks at the end of the half.
He said 86.
You love the access.
You do, and you love the player saying, it wasn't me. It absolutely was you. Unless Josh Peterson was supposed to be off the ball. One of y'all was supposed to be off the ball, though, so you avoid the coach's ire for now.
By the way, a brilliant move by Peyton Pardee by not taking the timeout. The clock runs down, and instead of attempting a touchdown potentially on 3rd down, the 29-yard field goal, because only 5 seconds remain, and it is good by Chris Blewett. You referred to it during that break as 4-dimensional chess, Ronnie.
I'm not sure he designed it to be exactly like this, Peyton Pardee, because they did score a touchdown that was not at all impacted by the illegal formation. But it ends up working out for the Brahmas. They don't see the ball in the first half on that last drop.
And Sims getting set to receive the second half kickoff from Tristan Vizcaino. Sit that the landing zone and from the 1-yard line. Marcus Sims, Roughnecks made a trade for him just 2 weeks ago. And he is upended short of the 30. We check in with Morgan Uber.
Well, guys, inside that Houston locker room, running back Zaquandre Wright broke down that huddle. He said, guys, it's 0-0. Fiery as could be as they took the field, but for head coach C.J. Johnson, the message was simple. He said, offense, you've been playing great. Just continue to stay consistent and finish. And for quarterback Jalen McClendon, he had told me he got the praise last week on all of the great stats, the big numbers. He said, the only stat I care about, though, is the win-loss column, and you could really tell just the composure right now and fire he has in his eyes to be able to finish this game for this team.
Yeah, he's a big reason why 2-1 advantage in terms of time of possession. Empty backfield for McClendon. His 12th completion of the game, and we check in with Cole Kublin.
Well, boys, I'll tell you, the San Antonio locker room, the consistent message was from Will Reed and the rest of the defensive staff, get the ball carriers to the ground. Obviously, get to the quarterback as well, cause some disruption, but it was over and over again. Get them to the ground. Yards after contact, a big point of emphasis as well for this defensive staff of the Brahmas.
Linden now 12 of 17 after the 9-yard gain. Similar play. Pass to Spivey. Jaquarius Spivey, his first reception. Langford a tackle. Another 6-yard gain.
2 free access throws. The defensive back giving the receiver a lot of cushion. So you're just pushing up, turning out. Jalen McClendon delivering. First down already. Houston offense back in rhythm.
I mean, they look totally different, gentlemen, compared to what we saw in the early part of the season. With McClendon now taking over at quarterback. There's Justin Hall.
Well, I'll go back, Roy, to what Roddy just said. Free access. Something that Roman Harper, who played DB in the NFL for a long time, hammers to me on Monday nights, the show that we do on the SEC Network. Free grass. When you see free grass, you take it. And I feel like that's what this Houston offense has done a great job of tonight is, whether it's those outlet throws like that that we saw in the back out in the flat, certain routes that they know are going to be uncovered early or get soft coverage on. Just take the free grass, man, and then let your playmakers make plays.
Roman to come look at my front yard hearing that. There's another strike on the slant. And a first down target into plus territory. So the incredible passing of Jalen McClendon, continues, and Butler over the middle that time to the 40-yard line.
Telling me the grass in that expansive front yard of yours wasn't free?
I mean, there's a lot of bald patches out there that need some assistance.
Oh, so you need some free grass?
Yes! Roughnecks on the move again. And McClendon now 15 of 20 through the air. And they're going to take
the expiration of the play clock. Timeout. Houston.
Roughnecks
30 seconds.
use those timeouts quickly in the first
What you
half
got?
and again
All right.
here in the second.
What you want, EP? I got it. You want the same thing? Call it. Call it. You had that? Yeah. Go, go, go.
He's asking Eric Price, the offensive play caller, to do the same thing before the timeout.
It don't matter because if it is,
I mean, look, he told us this week, it's on me that we haven't pushed the ball down the field more. But it did feel like he had more confidence in Jalen McClendon to be able to push some of those buttons on the deep ball this week. And we've seen that so far.
We've seen it a little bit, but they haven't needed to because they've been so efficient in the short passing.
2 minutes in to our second half. Close handoff goes to White. Jordan Williams attack. And a 3-yard pickup will give them that.
San Antonio defensively doing a full line change. This defense has been on the field a lot in this game. You saw 2-1 time of possession advantage for Houston over San Antonio in the first half. And now we're 3 minutes into this second half, and it's feeling like one of those long drives again. This is a big play, trying to get Houston in 3rd and long.
On second down, McClendon surveys, dumps it off to White. Little jump pass, and White to the edge. Hit the circle button on the spin and dives ahead. And a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and short. The tackle by Nelson.
You know, that play kind of goes back to what Cole was talking about. That was not the free access. But Jalen McClendon has not gotten impatient by just taking a profit. Quarterback coaches all the time say, you can't go broke taking a profit. Check it down to your running back and get some positive yards. Jaquandre White ends up making a couple of guys miss, setting up a third short.
Free grass and profits. What's not to love on this drive for the Roughnecks? McClendon, a perfect start to the third quarter. He's 5 for 5, a handoff, and it should be enough to move the chains. White needed 2. He needed to get to the 30, and he does. That's a first down. San Antonio, their home opener today. They've had to wait a long time to be able to play here inside the Alamo Dome. And coming off an impressive win at DC last weekend. First loss of the season for the defenders. Had some momentum, but the Roughnecks have stolen it right away. Kirk Merritt bottled up, he'll lose 4.
Rashard Lawrence just creates havoc on the right side. The burst, the power, he just gets out of his stance before Noah Tongi even has a chance to move.
And Rod, you see him shoot those hands right there? That's a Pete Jenkins protege for you. Greatest defensive line coach to ever do it. Still works with guys heading into the NFL. Has been off and on the LSU staff, I think 38 times in his career. But Rashard Lawrence, a guy that Pete Jenkins absolutely loved at his time there in Baton Rouge.
Man, what a great player he was in the SEC at LSU. Free access and the pass, Kiki Chisholm. Right at the line to gain a 14-yard pickup.
And Cole, this is exactly what you talked about in the locker room, or you heard in the locker room. San Antonio talking about get the ball carrier to the ground.
Absolutely, Roddy.
It's a 7-yard gain if you're able to down the ball where Kiki Chisholm catches it.
We go back to that previous second down too, Roddy, where you talked about trying to get a stop for a 3rd and long. You're able to get extra 4 or 5 yards on that one and make it a mandatory play.
Yeah.
Jay Johnson already indicating they'll go for it on 4th down, as you would expect. A power look. Deep give, straight ahead, a burst of speed, and Merritt to the end zone for the Roughnecks. Kirk Merritt is back. He's healthy. They're going to utilize him on 3rd down. The soft hands and the vision and speed on this touchdown.
Watch Samuel Jackson, the right tackle. He's just going to get a little push on the linebacker, Tavante Beckett, right after the cutback, right before the cutback of Kirk Merritt. You get that little shove on Tavante Beckett to knock him out of the hole, gives Merritt enough room, and then he just makes a safety miss and gets in the end zone. It's not a natural left tackle or right tackle. Doing a nice job of just getting a little bit on the linebacker for the running back.
They'll go for the 1-point attempt from the 2-yard line.
Yo, you probably gonna stay in here. You probably gonna stay in. You got one. You got one.
71-yard scoring drive in 10 plays.
What's up?
And McClendon, quick toss. It's incomplete. 18-0, looking for Justin Hall, and Mayfield was there. Read it beautifully. Roughnecks continue to gobble up time off the clock. Another long drive, and it's Kirk Merritt from Arkansas State. Gotta love it.
All right, man.
First-year head coach, and then now moments ago, Kellen Mond, the former A&M standout, with our Cole Kublik.
Kellen, give me a little idea at halftime, just kind of what you guys talked about, maybe how you can get some momentum going offensively.
Just really refining details. I think we went 3 and out in the first 2 drives because of a missed route and a misread, and then we get down in the red zone, we have points, and I throw a bad interception, so just getting back to the details.
Thanks, Kellen.
Thank you.
You love the ownership there. Some issues, the interception. Those 2 3-and-outs in the first 2 drives, they were minus 15 yards in the process, which assisted Houston to great field position.
The biggest thing is San Antonio, they have not had the ball very much. So it's really hard as an offense to get in the rhythm. It's been almost a quarter, it's been over a quarter of game time plus halftime since they've had the football.
15 minutes and 11 seconds of possession for the Roughnecks, slightly more than a quarter. Meanwhile, Kirk Merritt scored his first touchdown of the season moments ago. He's with our Morgan Uber.
Kirk, Zaquandre Wright just came over to you and said, I told you, man, I told you. What did he tell you?
He told me that we was going to gas him right straight down the middle. I mean, just how we practice. Coach talked about alignment, assignment, playing with passion, love, and just being selfless, and it came through.
Well, for those of you guys that don't know, you are a painter. You call yourself Kirkasso. So what would the title of that painting be after that run?
I don't know, but a good team effort. We practiced it all week. Just playing with love, man, and a lot of grit. And we're gonna keep pushing. The game not over yet.
Kirk, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Indeed, it is not. The pass was dropped by Jontre Kirkland. And then some extracurricular activity had this crowd inside the Alamo Dome on edge. It'll be 2nd and 10.
They're pretty fortunate for Jontre Kirkland to have not gotten the flag on this play. He drops the pass, he's frustrated. And he throws a punch. I mean, that should have been flagged immediately.
Clearly frustrated. Brahmas offense stuck in neutral today, if not reverse. And case in point, Aiden Robbins will lose 3 more. It'll be 3rd down and long. Now Jones, a linebacker, barreling through, and he may have been on the wrong end of that punch from Kirkland moments ago. And well, you see the Brahmas. First time they've touched it in about an hour. 0 for 3 on 3rd down.
Everybody for Houston on the line of scrimmage.
Roughnecks showing blitz. 4-man front. They'll swing it out. Corbin will get something ahead towards the 30. Rashad Williams ushered him out of bounds. And another 3 and out for this Roughnecks defense, working against the Brahmas.
It's just felt so disjointed for the Brahmas offense today. And it's the little things in games that can cost you. Jontre Kirkland drops the 1st down pass. Well, that would have set up a 2nd and 1 at minimum. And maybe even a 1st down if he's able to get his foot out of there. And then it sets you in a 2nd and long. Then you get blown up in the backfield, 3rd and long. You turn the ball, or you give the ball back to Houston.
Roughnecks thinking about their 2nd win of this season here at the halfway point. Justin Hall hesitated for a moment, almost like he called for the fair catch. Stumbles across the 30, a punt of 45, a return of 7 for Jalen McClendon, headed your way in this Roughnecks offense after this.
Many people told us they'd had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before.
He purchased at UFL.com/tickets. You can't be in St. Louis for the championship. Of course, watch it on ABC, June 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Roddy Jones, Roy Philpott, Morgan Uber, and Cole Kublik back in San Antonio. Jalen McClendon and the Roughnecks get the football back, and it is time again for our weekly audio blitz, where you will hear nothing, the sounds of the game for this entire possession.
Here we go. 180. What's up? You good? Hey, wide is big right close. 15 Willie Flight. Monday, ready? Here we go. 180. What's up?
Langford. He was trying to get that ball just a second ago and he took the hit from Derek Langford.
I guarantee I'll make it work.
Langford, devastating hit, hauled to his feet.
Hey, here you go, here you go. Hey. All right, here you go. Hey, wide and spin left, all right? Here you go, wide and spin left. Roger, that's left run back. All right, someone ready. Hey. You're on the front side. You're right here. You're right here. That's left.
Brahmas get a stop, trailing 18-0. McClendon's pass, it had a chance to get to Keys, and instead the pass incomplete and out of bounds. Matthew Sexton, who had a punt return for a touchdown last week, drops back deep for the Brahmas. And the first time we've seen Mike Rivers, the punter for the Roughnecks, after 4 possessions, all ending in points previous to this one. Rivers, who played collegiately at Troy, sends a wobbler to Sexton from Eastern Michigan. And against the grain, spun down at the 28. Punt of 45, a return of 9. And the tackle by Marvin Moody Jr. The Brahmas begin this drive right there. Anything we want to see different from Kellen Mond, the play calling, or anything with the Brahmas offense? How about a new quarterback in Jared Garantano?
It's something different.
A bit of a surprise. Garantano, multiple stops in college. On the first snap, he throws behind McFarland. The crosser was there, and the pass is incomplete at 2nd and 10.
Jared Garantano transferred to Washington State before he did that. 38 starts at Tennessee. He threw for over 6,000 yards. Interesting they would go to Garantano right now. I don't think this performance offensively has been on Kellen Mond. Like, he has delivered the ball well. When he's had opportunities, sure, they've been disjointed, but I guess they're looking for a spark.
Yeah, Mond's numbers 4 and 5 for 35 yards. The 1 pick at the goal line. McFarland churning the legs. It'll be 3rd down and medium, a gain of 5. You wonder if this is already 4-down territory for the Brahmas. Still a lot of football left to be played.
Spread right purple.
It should be a freeze play then, fellas, if we're going to go purple. Smart, too, to hurry up.
Have been out of sync offensively to start this game. Play clock winding down. Tano has it. He'll heave one deep. Man-to-man coverage. Looking for Sexton. Broken up by Armani Marsh.
End up going to the slot fade to Matthew Sexton, and Marsh with the breakup. You know, this one's close. I don't think it's defensive pass interference. Marsh doesn't turn around to play the football. It kind of goes through the receiver. It might be worth it for Peyton Pardee just to challenge it, just to see. I mean, you've had nothing going on offense. The alternative is punting the ball away. I think if I were him, if you had to look at it, I'd probably challenge it just to see if you can get one, and Dean Blandino sees something.
To your point, 4 3 and outs today for the San Antonio offense. It has been stuck in reverse. Keys off the bounce, lost the handle, and got it back just in the nick of time. Tackle by Sexton. Don't forget, Week 6 of the UFL starts Friday. This coming Friday, Arlington and St. Louis at 8 Eastern on Fox. Then Saturday, over on ABC, Memphis and Houston meet up first at noon. Sunday at noon, DC battles Michigan on ESPN2. And then also on Sunday on Fox at 4 o'clock, these Brahmas head to Birmingham to wrap up the weekend. Final game of Week 5 here today in San Antonio, Texas. And the Roughnecks, this Lone Star State battle, have the edge on the scoreboard, in the stat book, at quarterback, in every possible category you can imagine. Start for Jalen McClendon has been just about perfect. White had a touchdown in the first half. He's going to lose 3 yards here on that carry in the second.
Well, the first guy didn't exactly get him down, but the rallying to the football by San Antonio is what ends up getting the tackle in the backfield.
Prince Emili got there. Off the swing. Runner's not down. That's Keys to the 20. I mean, Houston just continues to gobble up time off the clock in every possession. They're advancing the football and playing keep away a little bit longer for head coach C.J. Johnson.
That's why this feels
Don't
like a
do
huge...
the cut, whatever, and then stay in it. I don't want it to be second down and 13. I want it to be second and 10.
He was right. There was a little bit of room there to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5, empty backfield. McClendon, the slant, intercepted. Down to one knee for Jalen Elliott. New life for San Antonio. Marcus Sims had a chance to haul it in. Instead, it ricochets right to Elliott and a 14-yard return.
The throw is just a little off from Jalen McClendon. It hits the back shoulder of Marcus Sims. Jalen Elliott's Johnny on the spot, able to get the biggest play of the game so far for the San Antonio defense. Now offensively, you got to find something. Who do they go to on offense? It's going to be Jarek Garantano still in the game.
Second possession for the former Tennessee and Washington State standout. Garantano, years in the UFL, quarterback run over the left side into the red zone. Down to Cole Kublik.
Fellas, Jalen Elliott gets that interception. You have been dialed in over here on the sideline the entire game, whether in or out. Take me back through it, how you got it.
Hey, man, the guys in front of me made a play, tipped the ball up. And tips and overthrows, man, you got to get those.
Tip drill, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to get those, man. Hey, we playing hard. We just got to keep executing. Offense going to go score here, bro. Shout out to my wife, my son Jackson, and my daughter London. Love y'all.
There you go. Thank you,
sir.
Jackson and London watching with pride right now. A little high step. Garantano short of the line to gain. And a tackle by Xavier Benson.
Back-to-back quarterback runs with Jarek Garantano in the game. That's something that's been a lot different since Peyton Pardee has taken over. He's added parts of the quarterback run. They don't run Kellen Mond a lot, and Jarek Garantano hasn't gotten a lot of burn, but more of that in the game plan since Peyton Pardee's taken over offensive play calling.
Brahmas 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Garantano hoping to provide a spark, wants to throw it, does. And Marquez Stevenson his first catch. What do we do here on 4th down?
Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal.
They lost a yard, and you hear the decision there, Roddy.
Do we want a timeout?
Down 18. 2 touchdowns and 2 3-point conversions. Conceivably, you could tie it up. That seems like a stretch. Instead, they're going to lean on Tristan Vizcaino. first field goal attempt of the season. And Vizcaino connects. 18-3, 40 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. And remember, we've got a Stanley Cup playoffs doubleheader tomorrow night right here on the ESPN as the first round continues. Game 4, Lightning and Panthers up first at 7 o'clock Eastern. Game 5, Avalanche, Dallas Stars at 9:30. Both games on ESPN, also on the ESPN app.
Roy, who do you got in those games? Lightning, Panthers?
Lived in Dallas. I root for the Stars.
I didn't see them on that graphic. Were they on that graphic?
That's the second game.
Oh,
I'm looking at the
sorry,
Stars.
I was looking at the first game.
Way to put me on the spot and play a little role reversal there.
Look, and somebody's got to stand up for Morgan. You're putting Morgan on the spot.
I wasn't the one that wanted to do that.
You were the one whose voice asked her the question live on national television.
I didn't have a choice. Thank you very much.
All right,
Peyton
and now
Pardee.
that I'm getting close with hitting my bet here with McClendon, I'm going with the Stars, guys.
Thank you.
I did some research, so there we go. Let's go Dallas.
Going back to the decision by Peyton Pardee to not go for it on 4th down. The way you laid it out, Roy, is I think that's the reason that's probably the right call. 2 touchdowns, 2 3-point conversions to tie the game up, kick the field goal. You're going to have to get stops anyway. Kick the field goal, and now 2 touchdowns without the conversions ties the game.
Lawrence Keys, let his college ball Tulane, still on his feet. Rumbling ahead near the 40. They'll mark him out at the 39.
Should have said without the 2 3-point conversions, with a 2 and a 1-point conversion ties it up.
18-3. When you get that kind of field position, you feel like you want to cash that in for a touchdown.
And look, it's about as good a field position as they've had all game, except for the field goal, except for the interception that they threw. And yes, the thing is, you're playing the numbers. What are the odds that we get the first down, then score the touchdown, and get the 3-point to make it worth it? I can see how you would go and go ahead and kick the field goal.
Here we go.
UFL, remember, you go for 1 from the 2-yard line. You can go for 2 from the 5-yard line on the conversion. Here's McClendon. And hit hard near the line of scrimmage, a 1-yard gain. That was by Jordan Mosley. You can go for 3 points on the conversion from the 10-yard line. So it becomes more difficult. Try to go for the higher scoring conversion attempt on what should be the final play of our third quarter. And you wonder what will happen at quarterback
of the third quarter.
In our final 15 minutes in San Antonio. The home team with work to do, and the Roughnecks 15-point advantage in the Alamo Dome. Start of our fourth quarter, C.J. Johnson mic'd up. And listen, it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive. And the Roughnecks have stumbled onto a quarterback as quarterback issues remain for the Brahmas. Jalen McClendon has made plays.
He was talking to Marcus Sims in the break. He's to the top of your screen. Watch the route that he runs.
Play action. McClendon takes a shot, and a wobbler is out of bounds and incomplete. It was Sims, the intended target, and it was Jalen Elliott right in front.
Jalen Elliott did a nice job of covering it. It was play action of a big boy over route down the field to Marcus Sims. Jalen McClendon tried to fit it in there. Ball came out a little wobbly, though. This is a big third down, though, for the San Antonio defense. You're down 15. You need stops. So Houston's had these time-consuming drives. Got to get a stop here.
You see McClendon's numbers. That 1 interception leading to the field goal. Goes underneath to Kirk. Merritt's got to reach for it. Had to cross the 49-yard line. And William Hooper shoved him out right near the line to gain. And on 4th and short, you hear the verdict.
Catch it and go straight up the field. Come on, Kurt.
That's exactly what I was going to say. There would have been a collision at the first down marker, but if Kirk Merritt goes up the field, probably gets the first down. Instead, he goes laterally and ends up in a 4th and short.
And listen, Rodney, all of a sudden, Brahmas now with 3 straight stops with their defense. And San Antonio, the hang-around team in their home opener. Sexton retreats back to the 5. Had the punt return for a score last week in D.C., not this time. Stymied at the 10. Coming up as soon as we are done in San Antonio, here at the Dome, friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Place to be for Phillies and Cubs. First pitch tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. And Kyle Tucker getting loose. Chi-Town. Baseball tonight. Get you ready right after our game here on ESPN. Garantano back in at quarterback, replacing Kellen Mond. And interesting set of circumstances in this second half. Looking one way, fires back the other. Kirkland weaving his way towards the 17. There's the blockers up front.
Yeah, good first down play. And a nice block from Zuri Henry, the right tackle.
It's the first screen we've seen, I think, in San Antonio.
Trying to find a way to get somebody in rhythm. Garantano pulls it away, runs for a first down.
And this ends up being a huge gain. He's reading the in-man on line of scrimmage. He crashes down, so Garantano just pulls the ball, and there's nobody there for Houston until he gets well into the 3rd level. That quarterback run a bigger part of the game, much bigger part of the game with Garantano in.
The ball back to the line of scrimmage. Entwine lassoed him down to the turf.
Aaron probably had Garantano rushing over.
She does have a way of knowing that these things are going to happen, so you're probably right.
Well, predicting the touchdowns especially. We've had that a couple of times. We heard it yesterday.
On the money there.
2nd and 10, 3 minutes into the 4th. Big possession, a big potential drive for the Brahmas. 2-score game in the UFL. Off the back foot. Corbin. Tackle by Marsh and just a 2-yard gain.
Trips right, Y rev, silver, X slap. Okay, alert to elevator, X curl. Trips right, Y rev, silver, X slap. Alert to elevator, X curl.
They're trying to take advantage of that one-on-one matchup to the bottom of your screen with Jacob Harris. Right down here.
Brahmas without a 3rd down conversion in this game. Hard to believe. Pressure. Garantano and incomplete. And the Roughnecks just blew that play up. Marquez Stevenson, the intended receiver.
I mean, you get some pressure from the left side, but Jared Garantano has a lane to throw the ball through and has a little half-second more. If he just slides a little bit, it's easy for me to say. I don't have a 250-pound guy running at me. But there was enough there. If he'd just been a little creative, he could have gotten the ball. Jacob Harris dragging across the formation.
Justin Hall healthy and back on the field after needing assistance a few moments ago. Pressure was coming from Rashad Berry. And Wing sends it into that coffin corner. Off the bounce from the goal line. Hall's going to be tripped up. The tackle by Matthew Sexton. And the Roughnecks have it after a 65-yard punt after this.
When businesses thrive.
Former LSU standout, a land down under, grew up playing Australian rules football. Morgan Uber on the sideline with backup quarterback Anthony Brown to take us through this Roughnecks possession.
Okay, Anthony, here's the play calls from Coach Price up in the booth. He's going to walk us through this next drive. Anthony, what are you hearing right now?
We have Trey Wright open, Chicago River. We got zone read and a couple RPOs on both sides.
Zone read, the RPO.
To the field, took the bubble.
And it was Justin Hall tackled by Williams after a gain of 6.
got Stabler. It's another outside zone with an RPO on the backside. My bad. I ain't want to talk to the mic too much.
Understood.
Good hand.
Nice.
Strong runsy.
Third down. White picks up 3.
No, let's go Z-tap. Got Trey right open. Chicago Lake. Z-tap. Got Trey right open. Chicago Lake.
We got Z-tap, Trey right open, Chicago Lake. So both RPOs on both sides and zone read.
Only needed a yard. Vontae Beckett met him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we got it.
You think you got it?
I think we got it. I can't really see.
It's close.
First down, like I said.
Let's go. Z-tap. Gun tray left open, Chicago River. Z-tap. Gun tray left open,
Gun
Chicago
tray left
River.
open, Chicago River.
Yes.
Flipping it.
Yes.
Got the bubble to the field.
Here we go. 180. What's up?
Linden's going to keep it and be brought down after a short gain by Lonnie Phelps.
How do you think Jalen's going through his progressions today?
So, I mean, we go from reading the end, or we got pre-snap, we check in if we got leverage to the bubble to the field, or we have leverage to the boundary. If not, we're going through our reading, we're reading the end on the line of scrimmage.
Monday!
Missed that one, but it's fixed left close.
180! What's up?
QA speed smash.
Pass caught. High Hall. Third down again, a 2-yard gain.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Big third down here. Thanks to Anthony Brown for taking us through some of that. You can see how much the RPOs play into it. Basically an RPO on every single play. With the play call there, he's going to have the halfback, Quandre Wright, on an option route if he doesn't like what he sees downfield.
Brahmas in search of a stop, a little bit of pressure, and a deep ball in and out of the hands of TJ Badger. McClendon had him in stride. It would have been a tough grab. And the punt team on the field for C.J. Johnson.
And Derek Langford just has enough contact at the catch point to throw off the concentration of TJ Vasher just a little bit. It's great coverage by Langford. And this Brahmas defense has stepped up in the second half. They had a ton of long drives in the first half, but they're giving their offense a chance.
Mike Rivers punts it to Matthew Sexton. Brahmas need a big play into plus territory. And another chance. Jarrett Garantano, 18-3, 7:14 remaining here in San Antonio.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to
2 at noon Eastern, then on Fox at 4 o'clock. The Brahmas and the Birmingham Stallions back at it to wrap up week number 6 next weekend. Brahmas are getting set to run just their 10th play in Houston territory. Jarrett Garantano remains in at quarterback. Out of the bullpen, if you will, and the draw to McFarland for perhaps a 5-yard pickup and a tackle by J.T. Tyler.
Jarrett Garantano's coming to the game. So the talk on the Houston sideline has been, hey, look, we're going to see more quarterback run. Be ready for it.
32 career starts at Tennessee. 7th most passing yards in school history in the SEC. And an interception. It bounced right to Williams. Rashad Williams. And a pick 6 for the Roughnecks with 3 penalty markers down.
All right, ruling on the field is an interception return for a touchdown. During the return, legal block below the waist, San Antonio number 67. So we can enforce that on the try. All right, so we need to figure out what he wants to go for. Let him know he can go for 3, and we'll mark it down to the 2.
Harris probably should have caught that pass, and instead it's 6 the other way.
No, track it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me again?
A 66-yard return for a touchdown. And no matter the quarterback, the results have been the same today. And these receivers, Brahmas, have let down Kellen Mond and also Jarek Garantano a couple of times today. So after the penalties, this will be a 3-point try, but not from the 10-yard line. The infractions move the football to the 2.
Ace the gun, Demerai Quiznos, 350. F trail,
And just when you felt like Brahmas had a chance, the Roughnecks stand up and make another big play with their defense. See if McClendon wants to run it here or throw it. And the quick strike is caught for 3 by Emmanuel Butler.
This is a tight window. I mean, there's no extra space in that window.
It's a nice run up by TJ Vasher, though, to pull that coverage away from him, give him a little space.
Yeah, that's a great point, Cole. Well-designed play. Eric Price fired up. Houston has dominated this game. Despite San Antonio kind of hanging around, the defense came to play in the second half.
Great job.
This Houston defense has been awesome. It's a Houston defense that played pretty well last week against Birmingham, just gave up a ton of big plays.
Hey, I know. That ain't, yeah.
They have not been able to find them on that San Antonio sideline.
Down to Morgan Hoover on the Roughnecks bench.
Yeah, a lot of high fives being given out around here after that pick 6. I saw your defensive coordinator, Chris Wilson, pull you aside. And what do you tell you in that moment?
Man, just go out there and be focused, lock in. We knew it was a big drive, and we needed to stop or turnover. And just, by the blessings of God that we got one.
Was that instincts or film study there?
I say instincts, but also film study.
For this defense, the way you guys are playing, how do you explain what is the single biggest key to the way that you guys have showed up today and played out?
Man, just really just coming together and just believing in each other, putting it all piece by piece. We work hard every day at practice, putting God first and what people believe in and coming out here and just displaying it.
Great job. Thanks so much. Congrats.
Former all Big 12 performer at Texas Tech, a couple of seasons at UCLA. Rashad Williams, second pick.
Receiving team. Yes. We'll go from your flag.
29.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 29. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Hey, Q, give me a ball, Q. Reed Carpenter costs his team 10 more yards.
This is starting to feel like one of those burn the tape games for San Antonio. You go back, you watch it.
We're in 10-10-10. 10-10-10. Hey, this is the only drive that matters. Let's be ready to roll, okay? Gold, Y cross, H option. Gold, Y cross, H option out of spread. This is out of spread.
Jarek Garantano remains on the field. Kellen Mond on the sidelines. 7-3 ball game. Brahmas have not led today. Roughnecks have played keep away with their offense. And the defense has been absolutely lights out. Corbin a drop. Second down.
It's just been one thing after another offensively for San Antonio. When they've had good passes, Receivers who drop balls, pressure at times, the costly turnover down in the red zone really hurt them. Obviously the pick six, and a cacophony of errors.
It's a great use of that word. Remember, it was first down and goal to go from the 5, and Mond had found his rhythm. A couple of penalties. It was 3rd and goal from the 12, the interception by Elder, and then since then, that was the true turning point after a great start by Houston to begin a 9-yard gain here.
Replay 2nd down, 5 yards from the previous spot, or does he want 3rd and short?
You want 3rd down?
Your number?
Number 4.
Offside. Defense number 4 lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
Adam Savoy, our referee today. Under 6 minutes to go. Brahmas 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Struggled in that department this season. Just now crossing the century mark in total offense in this game. Touch from Corbin. Brought down after a short pickup by Bauer. Enough for the first down.
For an injury to an offensive player.
Aaron Monterio, starting right guard.
Please reset the play clock to 34 seconds.
Montero played at Boston College, slow to his feet.
Thank you.
First down conversion. If San Antonio is gonna get back in this thing though, even have a shot, you're gonna have to create some chunk plays.
10 personnel. We're gonna go trio left.
No, let's go 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2.
Okay, let's go here. Go tight, blue F shoot X Texas. Tight, blue F shoot X Texas. If we get single high, Jacob be ready to take the top off the coverage. Okay, tight, blue F shoot X Texas.
Let's see if they get that single high look. It might lead to a big play for Jacob Harris. The way they're lined up, got one safety in the middle of the field. Watch Jacob Harris down here with that one safety in the middle.
Harris just one catch. He's been targeted twice. There it is. Deep ball, incomplete. Harris diving down, unable to haul it in.
I mean, single high safety, so it's one-on-one down here, and Jacob Harris just wins, runs right by Rashad Williams, and it's all about, can the throw be there? It's not a bad throw by Jarek Arantano. Maybe a little too far, but Jacob Harris not able to track it, create the big play.
Second down and 10.
San Antonio, they're first.
Brahmas
30 seconds.
will call a timeout.
I called that timeout at 46. No way. No way. Great job on that. We are in now 11. Okay, we got to communicate. We've got to communicate when we don't have receivers in. Okay, so let's go here. All right. I understand, but that needs to be communicated. All right, so here's what my thoughts. All right, we're going to go red, F, move, win, Hoss. Let's get a completion. Okay, then be ready for 6 shallow. We good? Yep. Out of spread, red, F, move, win, Hoss. Out of spread, red, F, move, win, Hoss.
You can hear Peyton Pardee trying to continue to be somewhat positive, telling Jarek Arantano, hey, great job, you saw it, you made the throw. But then giving him the preparation, get a completion here, here's the play after it, so you know what to expect and what I'm thinking.
Kellerman was 4 of 9 passing for 35 yards. Garantano 4 of 10 for just 17 yards. Both threw a pick off the back foot and lofted incomplete. He did give Corbin a chance. It was Stevenson that was in plus territory.
Well, the blitz is just too much for San Antonio's offensive line. Houston sends six defenders. You only got 5 blockers. Garantano knows he's going to have to go somewhere with the football, lofts it up. But Houston's done a nice job. San Antonio's gone empty of finding ways to create pressure.
3rd down and 10. Brahmas running out of time. Their home debut. Off the tunnel screen, Kirkland navigates his way to the 35. It'll be 4th and short.
Z shallow, trips left, red check slow, 7 Z shallow. Oxy this, so get John Trey over here, still he's running the shallow. Let's go. This is 7 Z shallow, 7 Z shallow, let's roll. I know.
Brahmas have to have it on 4th and 2. Garantano versus his field on the move and incomplete. Stylianos, the intended receiver, and a turnover on downs. Broken up by Leon O'Neal, one of the team leaders of this Roughnecks bunch.
There's pressure almost immediately from this left side. Jared Garantano. I mean, the left tackle, Willie Tyler, just doesn't get out of his stance.
Just not knowing the count.
Yeah.
You're late right there, and that's just free access to the quarterback. That can't happen.
It certainly can't happen on the 4th down on the biggest play of the game for your offense.
Have we seen any indication this season that we would get a result like this afternoon in San Antonio?
I would say no. Cole, what do you think?
Yeah. This has just been discombobulated. 11 guys on the field, 13 guys on the field. The timeouts, the delay of games. It's been a frustrating day all around. And then going back to Roddy's point 2 series ago, you get an access pass out into the flat that's wide open, you drop the ball. You get a slant to John Trey Kirkland that looks like it's going to pick up 1st down yards, or at least put you in 2nd manageable. You drop that ball. It happened again on the previous drive on 1st down. You've had opportunities, and not many players have taken advantage of the opportunities that have been in front of this San Antonio team today.
I mean, the pick 6 was essentially a drop ball.
It was in his hands, yeah.
Saw Leon O'Neal there, who perhaps has made the biggest jump for this Houston organization.
And I'll say this,
offseason.
I'm sorry, Roy. I'll say this. 2nd half, the defense has actually stepped up.
Yeah.
Defense has played well. They made a couple adjustments. They've come out. The emphasis was to get ball carries to the ground. They've done that. 1st half wasn't great. 1st half a little sloppy. But the defense has at least showed up here in the 2nd half. You have to be excited about that.
You do wonder going forward for San Antonio offensively, the decision to go to Jared Garantano, is that what prompted that decision? Was it the more quarterback run? Kellen Mond certainly wasn't lighting the world on fire, but I thought the problems were around the quarterback in the 1st half.
There haven't been many dropbacks that either quarterback has not taken a hit when they've dropped back today, and that's your biggest problem.
San Antonio, they're 2nd, 30 seconds.
Well, after the pass to Chisholm, it lost 2.
Come here. You don't even need you don't need the motion. Okay. 37. Go.
It'll be 3rd down and 11. 2:18 remaining. At the 2-minute warning, Brahmas have 1 timeout. All Roughnecks on the road.
Here we go. 180. What's up?
Kirk Merritt. Those legs churning. Inside the 35, a 4-yard gain. Garrett Nelson with a tackle. That should get us the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning.
4th down and 7 for Houston when we come back to San Antonio. 2 minutes to go here in week 5 of the UFL.
1st down! Get the 1st down! I got that.
Former NFL assistant, Tulane head man, and now with the Houston Roughnecks on the verge of winning their 2nd game this year. C.J. Johnson, the always animated Coach Johnson.
I tell you, I think he is my favorite coach to hear the mic down. From the animation to the just be quiet. I want to hear it right now.
The why you were in the game a couple of weeks ago might be the best clip of the season in the UFL.
On fourth down after the 2-minute warning, Kirk Merritt stopped at the line by Garrett Nelson. He'll lose a yard. Brahmas are going to get it back. You got 1:54 to go, and they're down by 24. River Paint Party each trying to find something to build towards next week.
Lion prop out of spread. Lion prop out of spread.
It doesn't get any easier a road trip to Birmingham.
And I'll be curious who takes the first snaps in that game. Go to Jarek Arantano, who's played the majority of the second half. Although it's not like the offense has had much more success. I just think Kellen Mond moved the offense relatively better.
Arantano 5 of 13. Handoff nets maybe a yard. Here Jones, the tackle. Clock continues to wind down. Aiden Robbins try to scoot ahead. You know, the halfway point in the UFL season, and you start to create some separation. The conference standings, looking ahead towards the championship game in St. Louis. Primetime ABC on June 14th. Tano, a little bit of time, and rears back, fires a strike to Kirk.
You know, Roy, on the other side for Houston, it feels like they found a little something.
I think so.
Jalen McClendon, that defense playing a lot better. You get Memphis at home next week.
Run game's gotten going a little bit.
Run game has gotten going, and you know, you look at the standings, Memphis is one of those teams that you want to get.
You go back to this San Antonio team, Birmingham drops that game to Memphis the other night. Like that's, we ought to start wondering about what Birmingham is going to do to bounce back.
Nearly intercepted by Moody, who's had himself quite an afternoon in the Lone Star State. And all smiles, like to get that one back. His defense on point.
Can't be dropping interceptions like that. Come on, Marvin Moody.
Played his college ball at Tulane.
He did the hard part.
Horizontal. Take.
4th and 4. Tano in the pocket collapses. He'll buy a little bit of time, but not much. And another sack well behind the line of scrimmage. Christopher Allen, his second tackle, the San Antonio quarterback, for a sack in this game.
I mean, it's right up the middle between two San Antonio offensive linemen. Just splits the center and the guard. Powers right through. San Antonio is going to have to go back to the drawing board in terms of just their ability to protect the passer.
That's another one, Roddy, like we talked about last week and even 2 weeks ago. I think it was kind of a little quarter slide.
Yeah.
The guard with nobody to his left, you take that gap with your eyes, you set straight back, you anchor that A gap between you and the center, and then worry about your responsibility outside visually, and at least give your center that help right through the middle of the A gap.
So Marvin Moody doing his push-up punishment. Drop interception. You got to drop down and give me. Look like it was about 10, 15, 20.
We do the same thing here in the booth if we mess up a call of some sort, push-ups.
That's why I've been doing push-ups the entire time, and you have not.
Now the Roughnecks should be one more snap, one more kneel down. C.J. Johnson in this franchise, they have found themselves a quarterback. And nobody really saw it coming with Jalen McClendon. And don't look now, but the Roughnecks have won 2 of their last 3. And they are right back in this playoff push in the UFL. 27-3, our final score. And the Brahmas going to fall to 1-4 after their home loss to Houston.
Heck of a win for Houston. Again, the offense was so efficient early on, controlling the game. Really never let San Antonio's offense get in a rhythm. Peyton Pardee and that crew are going to have to go back to the drawing board, flush it, move on. But ultimately, this is Houston's day, and this guy, Jalen McClendon's day, who's with Morgan Uber.
Jalen, you told me you didn't care how it got done. You just wanted to get a win. How were you able to deliver?
I don't think it was me. I think everybody just did their job. Like early in the week, I told you earlier before the game, we just been preaching everybody do your job. And I think we did that. Defense did a great job holding them to the freaking 3 points. And I think we just did our job, just going down the score and getting in the red zone. We got to do a little bit better in the second half, but I think we did our job.